Alright, let's see if this works.
I should just do beer tastings.
I mean, mostly, I think it's funny because Libet's in chat and I'm being like, Libet just gives me shit all the times I talk about how LaCroix has no flavor. So in theory, we're live. I still haven't gotten the email yet.
Yep, we're live.
Oh, hey! Speak of the devil.
Boop, boop, ba-doop, boop. What's up, kids?
Greetings from off screen. Stay a while and listen to us talk about LaCroix. Flavored water. We discussing beer.
I'm trying this beer, which I mean I have pretty much the same thoughts on it as Amber, although it tastes like a very light beer that thought about a black cherry once. It's supposed to be a black cherry shandy, but it's a real hollow flavor.
We've got a bunch of people in chat already. We've got Barb, Penn, Seven, Libet. Who's that?
Seven.
Amity.
What up?
Hello. Yes, so I'm playing Shining Force 2 because I figured this was appropriate. My birthday is Saturday. I got this game for my birthday. I don't even know how many decades ago at this point. Jesus Christ, time is an illusion. But I got this game as a birthday present, and it kind of is what was responsible for getting me into gaming. Like, I had a Genesis before this. I even had an Atari before this. I liked video games, but this caused me to love video games. So I figure it's my birthday. I'm gonna do what I want. And what I want is some good old-fashioned nostalgia. Plus, I also blame Wolfos, because they sent me the orchestra soundtrack to this game, and so the day they sent it to me, I'm sitting there listening to it, and it's just a bright, beautiful day out. It was a quintessential spring day, and I'm like, oh Jesus, I just got kicked in the dick by nostalgia, just square in the. I don't know if
he came outside because I was out on the back porch smoking a cigarette. Came outside to tell me that he had been kicked in the dick by nostalgia.
You know, it's amazing that we can't cuss in the first minute, but I can say things like being kicked in the dick.
Yep.
Thanks, YouTube. But you can play Shining Force 2 on the Switch through Genesis Classics. Yes, there's so many Genesis Classics that are available on so many platforms. As such, don't buy Sonic Origins.
Okay, Libet, as far as LaCroix and flavor, I need you to, there are 3 things that I need you to try. 2 are from Target. It's the Good and Gather store brand. One is, what is it? Passion fruit and dragon fruit, I think. And the other one is raspberry hibiscus. So delicious. And I'm currently trying, or I tried the first can. I'm drinking a 6-pack of, or 12-pack of Wegmans store brand passion fruit. So good.
Alright, so this is what I was saying earlier. Slade sticks a short wire into the keyhole and picks the cell lock. Does it again. I wanted to get to this point because Amber's youngest is a rat lawyer. I do not have the time to get into that discussion, like to try to explain that one, but I wanted to be able to show her this character. Granted, he will be joining me shortly after this. But yeah. And also, thank you for everyone for the early birthday wishes. Thank you. I literally rewatched your very first Shining Force 3 plays. Shining Force 3 is just so good. I really hope it gets re-released. Like, if they re-released it even once, just given the number of times Shining Force 2 has been re-released on things, because when I watched the Sonic Origins trailer earlier today, I was telling Jess, it's like, oh, it's not like I don't already have these games on multiple. I have 4 compilations.
He says that he was telling me this. I need you to understand, like, this was a thing. Because I was out in the living room, in my rocking chair, drinking my coffee, and he comes out with 4 boxes, words, 4 of them, to go through with me, each one containing. It was an event.
And, like, I went through them chronologically. I love your reaction to the fight with the skullfish. I remember the skullfish. Oh, hey, he lifted up the tiles with a short wire.
Okay, Libet, you're going to have to tell me your feelings about all of those. Because I've got the passion fruit and also a blackberry tangerine. I don't like as much as the passion fruit, but it's still, like, it's a fun flavor. We are having 2 very different conversations.
I mean, there's a lot of conversations going on.
There is. I'm trying to keep up there.
I got some mithril, and I got a rat following me. A rat thief. I also need to reset once I get to a save point. I don't remember what I said. I don't think there's anything in any of these. I don't remember. I'm not going to spend my time looking in a whole bunch of barrels. Okay. I say that, and I'm going to look into a bunch of barrels.
Rats are cool. I used to have 2 pet rats.
No, nobody is dead.
One of them bit me in the butt. I was trying to get changed in hurry for work, and I bumped into their cage. And Sarah reached out and bit my butt.
Oh.
Sarah was short for serendipity.
There we go. Wanted to make sure I have a save file. Yeah, so there's always like a storyteller for the Shining games. The first game, it was a little girl reading a storybook. And most games, it's a little girl reading a storybook. This one, it's old witch in the middle of nowhere with a giant cauldron.
Hey, you leave my bog witch brethren and sisters out of this.
And then the Shining Force 3, it's a fairy and an old wizard who's taking a nap. I should play Shining Force 3 again. Everyone loves the Shining Force 3 stuff. The priest in the house of healing finished up. And hey, let's be careful out there. One thing that I love about this game is that it's definitely a 90s localization. Like, so much of the dialogue. There's one scene before all of this where the group's mentor, Sir Astral, fights a demon, low-level demon, but, you know, passes out. The king's advisor says, "Don't worry, kids. He's an old man. He's lived a full life. If he dies, it's okay." And I'm just like, oh shit, I forgot about that. That's so dark. Goddamn, I hate this fight. I mean, must now challenge the cursed Latter-day Shining Games defeat. I still love that so many people got bent out of shape that I said that Shining Resonance Refrain was just kind of meh. I played a demo of it, and some people, you can't judge the game based off the demo. I'm like,
That's
point of the
that's
demo.
the point of the demo.
It's like, oh, well, the story might get better. It's like, the story might get better, but the gameplay is just bland. I don't want to play through this.
Yeah.
Like, I might watch a Let's Play of it at most if I'm really that vested in the story. But yeah. Oh, hey, we've been spotted. Oh my, they spotted me. I love how we're like, we're gonna walk away and he's like, hey, did you forget? I know, we've got to fight. We got some soldiers, some snipers, a three-eyed mage, two three-eyed mages, and a centaur. That's actually one thing I really like about this game. Centaurs. Not a race you see in a lot of fantasy media these days.
Yeah.
This was back in the 90s. I am way over leveled for this fight too. So, I'm not expecting, I mean, the mages might still be a threat. Archers, not so much though. This fight, there's Blue Dragon, a couple of Sandworms, a couple of Cerberus, a couple of Hydras together in a group. Very angry because everyone in Shining Force 3 has special attacks. Granted, though, playing through this, the giant bats, I swear they got the best luck rolls because they put everybody to sleep. Every goddamn hit, someone was put to sleep. And I'm just sitting here going, well, that's dick move. You know what else is a dick move? Fire. Fire is not, in fact, a dick move. Fire is my friend. Probably should have killed the other guy, but because he's attacking my healer. Alright, you guys are taking your sweet time. But hey, my healer hits back.
Limit said, could you turn the in-game music down a little? I'm apparently on the auditory struggle bus tonight.
Let's see. I have it down to 30 decibels. Hopefully that helps.
Ooh.
Did you attack my hero again? Well, my dwarf with an axe. You've got my axe. So glad to see someone streaming Shining Force 2. Have you played through Triangle Strategy? I have not. I have not had the time yet. I am very much looking forward to it, though. I did play the demo like 4 times and was very impressed with it all around. I don't need to kill you with him. I probably need to kill you with him because he needs more XP. Because he is my boomstick. My magic boomstick.
Shot smart. Shot that smart.
Also, would you kindly stop beating up on my healer? Granted, eventually my healer is going to become a martial artist and kick people in the face for fun. Has the Shining Force phone game come out? No, and it won't be. It was canceled because the company that made it, or that was making it, ran out of money. Because they didn't actually have the money to begin with, and they were using the video as kind of a proof of concept to try to get more funding, and that failed. So it's never happening, and I'm kind of bummed about it. My one complaint is that there's a lot of story and not as many battles. I've seen it's very text-driven. I was thinking it was like a Final Fantasy Tactics on steroids when it came to the text. But yeah, I was bummed. Like, okay, what? You only have Blaze 1. Okay, so I don't need to worry about bunching my people up together right now. Because you don't got an AoE. I was hoping for this great Shining Force resurgence. Why did you walk up and hit? You have magic. I mean, you hit me twice, so good on you, but you have magic. Maybe even... I would love a Shining Force Netflix show. That would be adorable. It's always got some interesting characters and whatnot. Sega doesn't keep reviving things. Sega lets other people revive things. Why is he wearing Sam Fisher's helmet? I mean... how else would you know that he is, the Splinter Cell? Come on down. Oh.
Sitting in the chair, like the way you're supposed to sit in a chair. The chair is still a little too high for me to like comfortably exist with feet. So I have it. I brought a makeshift ottoman in here.
Don't hope for anything with Shining Force series. Can't even do... Well, I mean, they're not going to do English Shining Force 3 because the Saturn is just a nightmare. Emulation is just now finally starting to get really well. But they're not going to take the time or effort for that. But I was hoping, like, the mobile game would have, kick-started some things. And the hack version of this game, the Golem Mage can inflict slow with their attack. Oh, that would be so much of a pain in the ass. After watching your Shining Force 3 Let's Plays, finally got my SMD gear to work, how to play Scenario 2 and 3. Congratulations! I hope you enjoy them. They are such good games. They really are. Alright, we're gonna attack them. Because I can kill everybody because I am over-leveled. Yeah, I'm
I'll show you over-leveled.
I'm a little beefy at the moment.
Beefcake.
I could that might kill him. No, it won't kill him. It won't do 9 points of damage. I have to say. Yeah, keep attacking him. He can handle it. He's tough. Who's what level? Kazin is my only level 7 still? Okay. I'll show you a little beefy. Hey, look! He remembered he had magic.
The actual play podcast that I listened to, but basically all the way through. I think I have like 3 episodes left. The dwarven cleric is the beefy boy, and he is known as the beefy boy. Over and over again, he's my beefy little boy.
I mean...
It's got loads of hit points.
Alright, I'm going to do something you're not supposed to do, because it's a waste of XP. But I love making them eat AoEs. 1 down, 1 almost down, 2 down. So you cap out, you can only get 49 XP as the max. I think maybe 50 if you're significantly underleveled. But there is a cap to how much XP you can get per action. And typically killing someone gets you as much as you can, unless you're significantly overleveled. So you never want to kill more than 1 person at a time. So AoEs in this game are actually kind of dumb. Like, really dumb?
Oh, Vox Machina was so much fun.
It was. Alright, so everyone's level 8.
I'm trying to listen to the podcast that I keep starting with the first season, and my sister specifically told me not to, or the first campaign, because, like, despite being a group of professional voice actors, like, they're sitting there, like, eating and stuff, like, and it's just an auditory nightmare.
You rat! You dirty rat! You killed my brother! 50 is the max. That's what I thought. I remember seeing 50 at times, but I'm like, the only time I've ever really saw it is when I was really underleveled. No, if you do Shining Force 3, you have to keep... only scenario 1 would be English. Because you have to have... And you have to keep the original voice actors. Because I swear, if they redid it and I don't hear it, now fear my Arctic Blast in the laziest, lispiest voice, I couldn't play the game. There's a... in Shining Force 3, there's a sorcerer named Noon. Just sorcerer guy, blue hair, but he, like, none of the characters really develop a personality. Like, a couple of them get some speaking lines, but for the most part, they just assume you might not get all the team members, and so only a handful really get any sort of dialogue. Noon is one of those characters. But in the English version, they did voice acting for the special effects and the spells, and he's, now fear my Arctic Blast. Just with the, like, the lispiest, but it's like, it's so unenthusiastic. God, I fucking love it. One of the other characters, his name is Dantares, he's a centaur. Prepare to die! That's the only line he has.
That's funny.
I fully encourage using the original voice actors. Noon, Symbiosphere. I mean, yeah, you gotta have those original voices. Those original voices, just beautiful. And I just got the Jewel of Light, and it fused to my neck.
Okay.
Which is supposedly, it's supposed to be on a chain, so the chain, I can't get the chain off. But again,
Having
translation.
trouble getting something off? Wow. Seven. Ignore the rest on purpose. Okay. Just out of curiosity. Yeah. No. It was. Oh gosh, it was so good. I want to sit down and rewatch it. It's funny because Chris started watching it before I made a trip up to this last trip up to Kentucky to see my sister, and I was like, "Dude, you're watching it without me. Like, you know, I wanted to watch this." He goes, "Your sister's gonna make you watch it anyway." And the day after I got there, my sister asked if I would like to watch some Vox Machina. So
And I'm like,
you were right.
told you. Found the medical herb. If only that were legal here.
Hi, Rowan.
Dog?
If you want to hop up here, I will give you pets, but I can't move very well today, buddy.
Alright, we need to sell some stuff. I'm gonna sell some mithril because I don't need it.
No, it's okay with foot pets today.
Let's see, what do we have to buy? Short sword, short spear. I could buy a bronze lance. And we got a short axe.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, well, no, stop scratching. Why must you scratch at every box? Oh, yeah, it is 420. What did I just say, my son? Alright, so we got a new toy for you. Let's go ahead and get some new rods. That tickle, son. What are you doing? Why are you licking my foot? Oh, you're like, Dad, I'm sorry. I love you. You're my favorite human. Let me scratch the box, Father. Come say hi to the internet. The internet loves you. Come here. Oh, look at this chunky boy.
He's the beefy boy.
He's the beefy boy.
Got loads of hit points.
Libbet keeps telling me. So, I named him and his brother off of characters that I ran in a tabletop RPG years ago. And that tabletop RPG is the inspiration for my card game. So as I'm sitting here working on cards, Libbet sees the cards and is like, Rowan and Axis. Like, did you name them after your cat? And it's like, no, the cats are named after the characters. She's like, well, you should have versions of the characters who look like the cats. And like, especially Rowan, because he's got a little white spot on his chest and a little white spot under one of his armpits. And right now he's getting surprising, in his older age, he's getting more copper. Which that's always been visible, but it's getting so much more so now. Is Axis still your tactical advisor? No, Axis does not give me any sort of tactical advice. Because he's just he's grown up to be a little bastard. He's not someone whose advice you would want to take to heart.
He's a listen here, you little shit.
Yes. And that's talking to him, not him talking to
Yeah.
No, I don't want another short rod. I have all the short rods I need.
Maybe not something to brag about.
The priest is out now since he decided to marry Sheila. He has been neglectful of his duties. That's a plot point for later. A deep well.
Show you a deep well of emotion.
Alright. Let's just go ahead and move on to the next fight, because I don't really need anything here. I have more money than I know what to do with at the moment. No man yet can wield more than three short
rods.
I mean, Rowan is definitely not in charge of the money. Rowan is, he is the type that's like, Father, retail therapy. You know you want to spend $170 on a set of vinyl albums from Square Enix that I totally bought. Yes, I blame my cat for my spending. And now he's just laying on my foot.
That's okay. If that keeps being the case, then I'm going to have... Rowan and I are going to conspire. So I've bookmarked some cat furniture.
Like, honestly, my cats would not be a good influence on anybody. Like, they are...
I mean, they're not on me. They snooze gas me all the time. I'm already a lazy ass, and then they put me to sleep when I'm awake.
We're just gonna help you sleep a little bit. Just stay here and be a warm spot for us to lay on.
Basically.
But hey, I've got a rat who is 3 levels behind me. Uh-oh. Libbet's chewing you out.
I'm not looking.
The most entertaining YouTuber watching the scene. Thank you. I actually got... This is what actually inspired me to start Let's Playing, is I saw someone named Wolfos who was doing a Let's Play of this, making a lot of the same jokes that I would have made. And I'm like, holy shit, if people are watching this, I could do something similar. I could be entertaining. And I went out and bought a fucking Dazzle capture card. And... Oh god, I forgot you're so useless right now. So useless.
Well, I definitely haven't been the last couple of days. I don't think I told you I ended up moving, like, that entire stack of the room-size stack of, like, shit that I brought back from Mom's but haven't unpacked yet. Managed to move it into the laundry room and, like, could get all of the, like, e-waste and everything together up front so that it can be accessed to be thrown away. I did all of that yesterday, and I am very sore today.
Alright. Sarah, your job is to keep the rat alive. One of the jokes that I saw was, this fight specifically, that's the staff, the small rod that Sarah has, the joke is, it's a jammy dodger on a stick. Marauder and Lady Brax are the best on this, by and large, stretching throughout the years. Yes, blame me. Yes, blame me for all the entertainment. Alright, kill him, get XP. Disregard females, acquire currency. That's the joke, right? That's the... Or is it... I forget. It's something about bitches and money. But someone Ferengied it up and made it... even if you're not moving large stacks of things, you're not lazy or chronically... yeah, that's, what I tell them. And then, they went through and painted every goddamn thing today. All of the cabinets have been... at least got their first coat. There's 2 that only got their first coat, but everything else has its second coat of primer. And so now we can just put everything out at once and just paint everything at once. Which I think is the plan for tomorrow. Yep. If you are actually, capable of it, if you did not overdo it today.
Oh, I have to make it through Tuesday, and then I can sleep. I have things that need to get done all the way up until then.
Alright. My hero's not as tanky as I would like him to be.
Okay, guys, okay. Having some... I'm having some feels, and I'll be talking to my therapist about them tomorrow.
Everyone, jump on Jess.
Hey. Wait till I'm not as sore.
Who Does anyone actually need healing? Chester, I think, needs some healing. So if they did the Shining Force continuity, they'd have to include the side games, because Shining Wisdom ties into Shining Force 2. Shining the Holy Ark ties into Shining Force 3. And honestly, some of those games tie into each other more than others. Like, you got Shining Force 1, 2, CD, Gaiden, well, Final Conflict, Shining Wisdom. Like, all those are one section, and then kind of Shining the Holy Ark and Shining Force 3 are kind of its own little side story. Though supposedly they all take place in the same universe, I feel like Shining the Holy Ark and Shining Force 3 are so far removed. No jumping here, just. Shining in the Darkness.
Valid
Yes.
pen. That is entirely valid.
I just watered one of my villagers.
I'm outnumbered. I'm always outnumbered. But you underestimate the sheer force of will.
To quote the butler from Mr. Deeds, I fear you underestimate the power of sneakiness.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't think this is going to kill him. No, it's just going to do 1 point, or one. Hate the rat with this. You're not the most difficult character to level up, but you're not fun either. Alright, we're going to kill him. That's fine. Now we're going to do a bunch of damage to these guys, too. Alright, let's kill you, because you can still actually do damage. And are we going to kill you? Yes, we are.
Libid apparently is grasping my force of will.
Giggity. Would you leave Bowie alone? David Bowie.
Makes me wonder how many, guys named Will have named their penis the force of will.
I mean, we know someone named Will. We could ask him. Have you named your penis? I'll grab your force anytime you like, ladies. Yeah, go. Mwah. Good night, everybody. And maybe the 3 Devil Kings. That's actually the one of the theories. You've got you've got Dark Soul, who is in Shining in the Darkness. But you've got Dark Dragon, Dark Soul, and Xeon as 3 of the kings. And then as the Devil Kings. And then you've got the theory that Balzome was actually a Devil King who's older, but those 3 rose up and banished him because he got into a fight with Elbasim and opened up a whole can of worms they didn't want to deal with. Because you've got the Holy Ark and the Innovators that were like, oh, well, shit, now we've got people who can kill devils really easily. We don't want that. So that was one of the stories that I saw. There's a whole bunch of it on Shining Force Central that talks about all the different possibilities of how the stories are all actually intertwined. The ones that don't have the direct connections. But yeah, I would love to see an animated series of this. I hear they're doing a live-action Battle Chasers. I really don't understand why, when the animation they used for the game is so fucking amazing. They could have just made an animated show like that, and I would have watched the hell out of it. The live action just seems dumb. But I would love, like, an animated, like, Vox Machina style Shining show. I would watch the hell out of that. Perhaps the innovators are the ancients. That's also a possibility. One of the other ones was that the ancients were the ones who made the Holy Ark.
Yeah, Animaniacs were
I
pros.
I still have not watched all of the reboot.
I don't think I have either. I made Mom watch a few episodes. But I can't remember. I don't think we watched the whole thing. I don't know. Excuse me. I yawn.
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to sneeze. Like,
No.
how you've got 3 HP. We're gonna try to let the rat kill you again, because the rat needs an extensive amount of XP. I didn't like the animation. I liked it. It was a lot being thrown at you all at once.
That might be the one sweet thing I've ever heard your brother doing. That's awesome. It was like too actively talking. I wasn't distracting. I was depressed. Yes. Yeah,
That's like it's a lot being thrown at you. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Granted, going back and re-watching it now, knowing about the topics that were going on at the time that I was oblivious to as a kid, like...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. To a lesser degree, Tiny Toons even got in on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like with, who was it? Babs being like, the new Texas.
Yeah.
Wasn't the...
What are my top 5 favorite playable characters in Shining Force 3? Oh, top 5. Shit, there's so many characters. I love Proton. I love, for a character that gets very little screen time, he has a very concise story, and I love it. Symbios is probably my favorite of the heroes. Because he's got a very... It's very cliched, but it's a good archetype. He's the son of a hero, trying to live up to expectations, and then his father dies, and so he kind of has to, pick up where his father left off. But he's also in a position where basically everything his father built is starting to fall apart because the people who helped build it with him are now so completely disillusioned that they're turning on everyone. So he's like trying to hold everything together. It's a very, like I said, it's a very cliched archetype, but I like him more than Median, the odd prince out of the Empire, or Julian, the mysterious swordsman seeking revenge. God, who are my other favorites? I like Irene. She's probably one of my favorite hand-to-hand units. Love Master Monks.
Everything off the top of the fridge, maybe.
What's off the top of the fridge? Oh, okay. Simba, I have to fill my dad's big shoes. Median. I'm not... Well, medians... My mother was a whore. And so everyone else looks down on me. But at the same time, the king fucked a whore. Like... And
yes, Penn. I loved that storyline. Sorry. Go ahead.
And Pops had taken it. Oh, God. Hayward is one of my favorite archers. I also really like Ratchet. I never use Ratchet, but I think he's an adorable character design. I like Hedva because she's half naked, but she's also like the strongest spellcaster in all 3 games. Actually, she's the strongest spellcaster in all of the Shining games, I would imagine. She has access to all of the best spells, and then also has access to all of the best weapons that give spells. Favorite mage from Shining Force 3? Kazan as a summoner.
Okay, if you're gonna get up and do it while you listen, then, like, it's not really hypothetical.
We've passed hypothetical. We're into hypothetical.
Just, commenting for a friend. Hypothetically commenting for a friend.
Alright, so Libet will get this reference. So the cleric that was just on screen, he's a fucking Santaran. He just has that, he's tiny, he has just a potato dome head. Oh, from Shining Force 3, favorite spellcaster. Probably Hedva. Mostly because, again, she's so fucking strong.
What up, Aaron?
Aaron! Angry potato. Alright, kill you, get a level.
Yeah. Although, another thing I feel like I could identify with on a spiritual level, an angry potato.
I'm just gonna let my rat beat up. See, look at him. Look, that is an angry potato.
It is.
Wearing a robe. How are you? Because I am a potato.
Spill a piece of garbage. So what I was listening to while I was painting was just the new music mix suggested by iTunes. So, like, I didn't really have a whole lot of say in what was going on there. But a Bill Ward song definitely popped up.
Alright, who's level 9? Chester's not... No, Chester is level 9. Slade needs to be level 7. Yaha needs to be level 9. Sarah needs to be level 9.
That is true. It's better to be a baked potato today.
Alright, let's heal him. Get some XP. I just don't want to fork the money like I can just watch it. Actually, if you get a Saturn optical drive emulator, either like the Satiator, the Fenrir, Terra Onion Mode, speaking of vegetables, you can just get a ROM of it because everything goes on an SD card anyway. Not that I'm condoning piracy, wink wink, but it's one of the only ways to play this game these days. And Shining Force 3 Scenario 1 in English goes for about $150 right now. A Terra Onion mode, which is probably one of the better of the optical drive emulators, because it also works on the Dreamcast, is about $100. So,
if it is slow burn, gay, romantic piracy, though, I condone that.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. Which is better, Edmund or Spiriel? Spiriel. That's my vote. But yeah, I was also looking at. I have all of the jingles from History of the Earth or History of the World from Bill Wirtz. Mm-hmm. It's like, the sun is a deadly laser. Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised no Tom Cardy popped up on that list. It definitely made my sister listen to Have You Checked Your Butthole.
Jesus, okay. I wanted my thief to kill you, but apparently my healer's just going on a...
I'm gonna heal the fuck out of... I'm heal you to death.
She did. That was actually insane.
You're gonna be so full of life, you will die.
You're gonna be so full of life, it hurts.
I feel so alive.
Edmund is somehow unlikable. There's no somehow. He's just a dick. And they try to give him like a redeeming character arc, and it's just not happening. Alright, so let's go. Enemy soldiers came in and broke open our hometown, messing everything up.
Yay, cheers. Sorry, to limit. I don't know what's going on here. You're playing a game? What? Is that what we're doing in here?
I just got Kiwi the Tort.
Okay. I feel like there's some misnaming going on here. There's.
Well, so everyone has their class is all 4 letters. So Bowie's a swordsman, priest, knight, war, mage, thief, and Tort. Did someone say my name? I walked away for a minute. Yes, Jess was congratulating you.
Yeah, that it took so little time. You asked me which I thought would take less time, and apparently I guessed correctly. So also cheers to me. Cheers.
I haven't seen a Let's Play where they picked Edmund. What is his redeeming character arc? So his redeeming character arc is he doesn't do anything at all until he shows up on the boat with Julian's party in Scenario 3. There's no explanation of how he gets there or why he's there until finally he's like, oh, I need to make amends for the wrongs I've done. And that's it. No one cares. It's all about friendship and love, and nobody, who cares? Nobody cares. I have a feeling that Basanda knew Fial killed Thafard. Gamera is a friend to all children. I'm making Amber watch Dr. Stone and like all of the references to like Monster Hunter and Momotaro and Domokun. Like, yeah. Yeah, Proton actually gets story, and it makes sense. Well, there's a whole bunch of dead guys. So many dead guys. Don't make me kill anymore.
Don't make me use my sword anymore. Wow. Like,
his name is Lemon. Animated fishbowl show of all time. I really want to find a playthrough with Edmund just to see the dialogue change. If you just want to see the dialogue, you can see the translated script on Shining Force Central. They have it sectioned off per game, and you can see, like they have the script changes. If you did this, this is the script change. If you did this, this is the other script change. That's the only way I've actually read it. When life gives you lemon. Dun, 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 dun.
dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's see if I can do this without injuring myself further. Ah. Hi.
Hi. Be snuggly.
No.
No, it wasn't my idea. It wasn't my.
But I'm gonna
purr about it. Hi. Now, if I stood up, I guarantee you'd try to take my spot.
Yep. What's up, buddy? What's up?
You kids, follow me. You're gonna die. Yeah, this guy right here in the green, he's the one that says Sir Astral's old and can die. And of course he's kidnapping the princess. Because we have to shoehorn a love story that makes no sense at the very end. Bowie ends up with the princess, even though they have absolutely, like, 2 lines of dialogue between... Actually, she has a line of dialogue. He has nothing because he's the silent protagonist. So he actually says nothing throughout the entire game. It's all ... And Lemon dies, except he doesn't. He goes on to become an immortal vampire.
I think so. We still have the shop vac?
We have the shop vac. I would not use it inside. It does not smell good when it's in use, because the motor is just all sorts of shitty.
Oh, that's right. It's kind of on its last leg.
Yeah. I honestly just need to get a new shop vac. But that was one that my brother gave me, and so, like, you don't turn down a free shop vac. Oh, hey, look, the king. That's a face.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, Lemon dies, like, generally before him, because being the token good teammate of the bad guys. So here's the thought. I assume you have to handle the death angle in TV show by eliminating... I mean, you could just have people get knocked out and have to go to a priest.
You could, instead of the shop, because, I mean, really, the shop vac is not wise to use indoors. We do have those 2 other vacuums, like regular vacuums, but are not the nice vacuums that we're...
Yeah, we do have the 2 that we've been trying to burn the motors out so we can get rid of those with our... We're not going to burn them out before we have to do
but we might want to just go ahead and get rid of them anyway. But yeah, you can take one of those, and that should be a good in-between.
Yeah, I would not use the shop vac, even with the air purifier. Yeah, I don't want to use a knife. Yeah, we've got other crappy vacuums that will not make your house smell disgusting. Because even the air purifier is not going to do much with the smell. Assume King Gown would be an award-winning role an actor can play. Oh god, who's a batshit old guy? I mean, aside from John Voight. Like, good batshit.
Oh, good batshit. James Cromwell, maybe?
Oh, yeah, James Cromwell. Oh, God, James Cromwell would be a terrifying King Gollum. It'd be an awesome casting, though. Anthony Hopkins. No. I need someone with a more narrow chin. This is why Cromwell works. Anthony Hopkins can play King Grandseal. I only see a translation for scenario 1.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll tweet out the location for the scenario 3. Malcolm McDowell. Yes. Fuck yes. Malcolm McDowell. He is a terrifying man. Jack Nicholson could do. He probably wouldn't. He's not. I don't even know if is he still acting or is he retired?
I can bring a vacuum over to you. Do you want it tonight or tomorrow?
Gasp would have to be John Leguizamo. Because Gasp already did Violator and Spawn, and that's what I imagine Gasp to be like. Just.
I love John Leguizamo.
Me too. So good in John Wick. Have you actually seen it?
No. Okay, I can bring it to you tomorrow. I'm assuming after work?
Look at my adorable turtle.
Your
Look at him. My tort. And of course he misses.
Look at him.
Look at his adorable little bowl cut and bald spot. Look at him miss. Just whiff.
Okie dokie.
Who was good in John? John Leguizamo as Aurelio. He was fantastic. I'm gonna hit you with a stick. Yeah, he's a Kappa. His unpromoted form is supposed to be a Kappa, and then he's basically Gamera after that. My cookie stick burns you.
Okay, I can bring it over after therapy tomorrow.
Didn't you just get a turn, you asshole? Stop attacking my mage. His job to kill you. That's an early onset baldness. He's a child, man. No, he's just like he's a monk, like Friar. He shaves the top. You know, that's what it is. All right, who's gonna die? That's for getting 2 turns.
Sure. Fine with me.
Who's what now?
Libby's talking about leaving it at the curb after she's done.
Ah.
Fine by me.
For Bowie, I want Tom Holland. Because look at that face. Doesn't that just scream a Tom Holland-y face?
Yeah, it kind of does.
He looks nothing like that when he gets promoted. But, you know. Okay, now look at my adorable Torque. Actually, he's not doing too bad damage-wise comparatively. who can play mostly silent and act with their face eyes. Original vacuum cleaner. Do not steal.
Hey, you know, there's some folks that are actually like very good at repairing shit like that. I don't have the patience. I might be able to learn. I don't know that I'd be super great at it, but you know.
Rowan Atkinson. Yes, Rowan Atkinson can definitely act with his eyes. Look at my special eye.
My brand.
Alright, we're going to kill one person and we're going to severely injure the other two. And we're going to get no XP for that because these people are way over leveled. Alright, you didn't really need to crit that one, but okay, sure. I'll move you there. Sarah, we need a girl who projects toughness and possible sass. Someone who projects toughness and sass, Stephanie Beatrice. Beatrix?
Beatrice.
Beatrice. I don't know how, every time I look at her last name, it looks like it's pronounced, you say it a different way that it's spelled. And I know that's not accurate, but all I can see in my mind is the spelling. But she was on Brooklyn Nine-Nine as Rosa, and yeah, that's a character that I could see being like, oh yes, I'm a meek little cleric, and then she promotes to master monk and just kicks people in the face. I wasn't paying attention to what we were casting for, and I was like, Tom Holland's great. There's no way he could play David. No, he could not play David Bowie. I don't think there's many people who could play David Bowie. I think the one that they got for the Queen adaptation, what is his name?
Rami Malek?
Oh no, that was no, fuck. Sorry, I was mixing up David Bowie for the lead singer of Queen for a second. And now I'm blanking on the name of the lead singer of Queen. Fuck.
Freddie Mercury?
Jesus Christ. I'm like, no, that's not the right person. No, David Bowie. Because, like, my brain went to Venture Brothers first. Because David Bowie was the leader of the Guild of Calamitous Intent for a while. And then they made a Freddie Mercury joke as well, and my brain crossed those two wires because fucking pop culture. That's what you analyze pop culture. What's wrong with me? Alright, you're only level 8, you 7. You die.
Yeah, Tilda Swinton could pull it off, I think. Goodness knows she's got plenty of sass.
Yeah.
And can look intimidating as fuck. So. Oh my god. Her and Constantine was just everything. It was wonderful.
With Chester and Yaha, we need lovable dumb ones. I mean, anyone who played Keeley in The Hobbit, he could be Yaha. I'd be all over that. Lovable dumb one, and he was already a dwarf, so, you know, that's just...
It was a really fun movie. I didn't have the context for it. Like, I had no idea about all of everything else leading up to it. I just saw the movie, and so I was able to enjoy it without all of this other baggage hanging over it, like waiting to fall and crush somebody.
See, I never read the Hellblazer comics. I knew of them, so I knew kind of the plot. So I watched the original Constantine movie, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. And everyone's like, oh, God, it's a terrible movie. It's nothing like the comics. I think that was one of the earliest times that I remember people complaining, it's not like the comics. And I'm like, well, I have no frame of reference for the comics. As a movie, it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not great.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, compared to the comics, yeah, Constantine was a much better character in the comics. Keanu Reeves is a great actor, not my initial pick for Constantine. However, the Constantine TV show that only got one season, which is criminal, but the character, or the actor, shows up again in the Arrowverse, and just that version of that's Constantine. That's Constantine to a T.
Yes, there is a lot of stuff on your fridge.
It's unfortunate that Kiwi isn't a viable permanent member. So he kind of is. You just have to put so much into him that it's not... that you're actively taking away from other people. Are you...
If you believe. I like the capitalization emphasis on that.
You son of a bitch. You just had to go and mute my offensive caster. And of course, I can't fix that because I only have detox level 1. So I'm just gonna... Well, me, thank you. Alright, attack you. But yeah, like, if you use, like, every stat boosting item you get on Kiwi, and you power level the shit out of him, he becomes somewhat viable. You just have to keep him away from casters, but every other unit he's gonna mop the floor with. But by that point in time, so many people have access to some spell, it's dangerous for him to exist. But I've seen people use Kiwi to the very end. You just got a turn, you asshole. It's my turn. Keep my mage alive. I thought if they wanted to do an actual Hellblazer movie, they should have had James Marsters. Yeah. Constantine in the DCAU is, yeah. I actually think the person who voices him in the animated movies is the same as the guy who does the live action on the Arrowverse shows. Oh Christ, it's my ex. You and Harley? Do I look mad? King Shark. I could totally see Constantine banging a giant human shark hybrid.
I mean, luckily, we're talking DC. There is one. And Harley Quinn's crew.
Yeah. Well, that's actually the character that Constantine...
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the one that's Constantine. Harley Quinn's version, he's slightly more cognizant. In a lot of other versions, he's just kind of... Dirt?
Oh, no. I like the Harley Quinn character.
He's very not vocal, very just big and eats people kind of mindset. And apparently Constantine hooked up with him. Which I would love to see, like, any interaction between Constantine and the Harley Quinn version of him. Mm-hmm. That'd be awesome.
And have a sass off. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I did not actually see what prompted you talking about a human heart shape. Human? Wow! A human shark hybrid, not a human heart hybrid. Anyway, I didn't see the comment that prompted that, so I didn't realize you were talking about king shark.
Ah.
Like, oh no, oh, okay, got it.
Favorite promotion class? Depends on the game. Like, Shining Force 2, Master Monk is just... What the fuck, dude? Walk up and kill my healer, why don't you? Well, now I'm angry. That's what I get for not fully paying attention, but fuck you! I just wanted to kill everybody in peace. And now you're making me do work. Kill you. For Shining Force 2, I'd say favorite promotion class is either Master Monk or Summoner. They're very unique classes.
Aha, here it is. Fuck you, you potato fuck.
Now we got one guy left, and he's just gonna hang out up here like a bitch. Come on. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Wrong. Yeah, come attack my centaur. Everyone likes trying to beat up on the centaurs. And yeah, you're in your fucking 2 turns. Dang it, you took my joke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Come on, that was a good one.
That was a dad joke. that was a dad joke.
Yeah, attack Chester, it's fine. Kiwi gets the kill. Still hasn't leveled up. Dressed up for the Hulk for Halloween when I was 30. I dressed up as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I did. There's a picture of me somewhere dressed as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man because I fucking loved Ghostbusters. And Mom was like, "Are you sure you don't want to go as a Ghostbuster?" I'm like, "No, Stay Puft." I was a weird kid. I mean, I'm a weird an adult, but like I was a weird kid.
I went as Dallas Cowboys running back when I was 10. Trick-or-treated in the snow. We had a freak snowstorm that day. So there's like 4 inches of snow on the ground. It's freezing and I'm wearing a paper-thin fucking costume. But yeah, I was a running back for the Dallas Cowboys when I was 10.
My favorite Halloween costume. So my mom used to make a lot of my Halloween costumes because my mom is just so fucking crafty. I was Scorpion from Mortal Kombat 1. And my outfit was just fucking amazing. So there was this, like, body shield that we had. It was like this just thin, like, it was a thin fabric, but it was more foam than on the inside. That was for like a laser tag thing. Like you put like a sensor on your chest and a sensor on your back, and there's one on each shoulder that linked up to, and you had a gun and you could shoot. She took that pattern and made like a yellow thing for it, basically, very out of pretty much the same stuff. And she took a construction mask in '95 and put yellow fabric over that, and basically that and a black hoodie and a black pair of sweatpants, and then she made like bracers and greaves to go over it, and I carried a little plastic spear, just like a little tiny plastic spear, and best fucking costume ever, because it was right after Mortal Kombat 1 came out, and like everyone's freaking their shit about it because it's like, oh, it's a game with blood and guts and violence, like you rip people's spines out. Oh, and so I'm trick-or-treating as Scorpion, like all the other kids in my neighborhood were freaking the fuck out. They're like all the kids on my street knew what I was going as, but like the next 2 streets over, none of those kids knew.
Yeah.
And like we went around this giant block, and so like I'm running into like dozens of kids, and every one of them that sees me is like, all the girls are screaming, all the guys are like, finish him. Like even my brother, who's like 4 years older than me, he and his friends went out trick-or-treating, but like they were getting old enough to where it was like trick-or-treating just kind of like we just mostly want to hang out. But even his friends were like, that is the most badass costume ever. And I'm like, oh my god, my brother's friends think this is cool. Because my brother was just like, fucking everyone loved my brother growing up, like all the kids. He was like, he wasn't super popular, but he was way more popular than I was. And so like, all his friends were like, that's the coolest guy. I'm like, yes, good. Murder them all with my plastic spear.
Yeah, most of the time, my costumes were kind of cobbled together from what was in the closet.
I was the Grim Reaper one year and told people I was with the IRS.
Lovely. That's amazing. But yeah, I'm trying to think. And, I mean, even as an adult, that's kind of what my costumes are. Like, I went several years as a Cylon, which is just regular clothes and like red orange lipstick to do the mark down my spine.
Well, yours are also a little, like, you and Libet have either pun jokes or cerebral jokes. Like, your Freudian slip.
My Freudian slip, I still really love that one.
Libet went one year, she just printed out a giant nickel and put it on a necklace and wore it on her back, and she was Nickelback.
Yep.
God, that was awful. That's a pun that hurt me. Yeah, there we go. Libet's talking about it.
Your God, the stats class, professor handed out, like, nickels to everybody to do, like, the coin flip statistics, whatever, it was, like, intro stuff. And 100% played, like, a whole Nickelback album while doing it, because he wanted to make sure that we knew that he wanted his nickels back.
Yes, that is the only line Bowie gets in the entire game.
This was also the same professor that was like the advisor on a dissertation that was titled Guns N' Roses, talking about domestic violence. But, like if he could squeeze in some kind of music pun reference, something, he did it. He's amazing.
One of my middle school ones, we put makeup, black eye, and I wore a tan shirt, dark balance. I'm peeing on the back.
Did you give him that boom boom pal?
I date limit.
Yep.
Like, that's just my... Granted, she and I will both just look at each other and just be like, you chose this. He stole my drip. Yeah, and there's Livet with the you chose this. Alright, so we're getting close to the end of the stream, and we're just hitting a bunch of story. Everything's going to start crumbling into the ocean now, because all hell is broken loose.
Because it's California, and all the predictions are finally coming true.
Way to be political, Sugar Man. Can't get enough of that golden, Chris. Even if hundreds die. Oh, man. I used to love Golden Crisp, and then I remember trying it again later on in life, and like, oh my god, this is terrible. Not as bad as Sugar Smacks, though.
I have never liked those.
I was reading the translation. Apparently Edmund has special dialogue if you kill the masked monk when the battle ends. You chose wisely. One for my ex-friend made a bunch of puffball baby chickens with... Yes, you told me about the chick magnet. And that does seem like something he would do. And everything is getting ready. Everything is shaky, shaky, shaky. All the dead people have been, conveniently cleaned up. There's no dead people in the way now.
You said shaky, shaky.
Yes, I was pulling a Dan from Game Grumps, but... Everybody's on the ship to avoid falling into a hole, because the ship will protect you from that shit. Alright, somewhere around here. Oh, it's this one, isn't it? Yeah. One of these, there's more magic rock. And half the town's already gone.
No.
Yeah, if you didn't get Kiwi before this fight, Kiwi's dead. Except he's not. He shows up here, but you're like, what the fuck is that all about? Yes, ready to leave port. Yeah, what if a sinkhole opens up underneath the water? It's like the ship's just gonna... I do love terrible puns. What's the joke? My puns aren't just bad.
They're
terrible.
Okay, this doesn't make any fucking sense because out on the water, you would not be shaking like that during an earthquake. You might be doing this, But you're not shaking like.
No, it's all very shaky, shaky, shaky. But see, look at this. So, Kingdom gone. Like, what was holding that shit up to begin with if this was the problem? I'm an incorrigible punter, so don't encourage me.
I love it.
A friend who won a pun comp. Yes!
Yep.
I'm bummed that he's not coming this weekend.
Yeah.
We should have messaged him like 2 months in advance. We should probably message him aiming for next year's birthday festivities. Plan a year out in advance. And the river just magically stopped flowing down the... Yeah, that's, you know...
Let us go down the hole.
And we run aground.
Yeah, I definitely showed the video of, well, one of the videos of when he won to my sister and her friends. Because we were all making terrible puns.
Yeah, we should plan for Giftmas now. You know, December. Alright, so yeah, we're about out of time. We're getting a bunch of story. And we're talking about terrible puns and Halloween costumes. But we'll go ahead and end the stream now because it's about 9 o'clock. So thank you all for tuning in and hanging out. It's been fun as always. I love this game. And I wanted some nostalgia crack. So, I'm gonna go eat a Cadbury cream egg and... Yes?
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
I finally got him to tell me what kind of cake he wants. Actually, I didn't even get him to tell me. I was like, do you want this thing? And he was like, sure.
I don't really... Well,
Terrible at this game.
I am. I was actually thinking, like, I was looking at some of the other, like, B. Dylan Hollis stuff, some of the stuff that we've been thinking about making, like the cinnamon twists or the Christmas crack. Libet suggested the peppermint patties. Or, like, Amber suggested the tomato soup cake. I'm like, maybe we should try making something a little unique, but, like, I don't...
I have a plan now, and trust me, you're gonna like it.
That almost sounded threatening, didn't it? I have a plan now. You're gonna like it.
If I have to hold a knife to your throat, you're gonna like it.
When's the next one? Next live stream is going to be next week. Same hat time, same hat channel. So it's every Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern. I live stream. If for whatever reason I don't live stream that evening, I'm not able to, or something comes up, I will tweet about it that day. Or if I'll tweet about it as far out in advance as I know. But if something happens, you'll typically get a notice that day that's like, hey, no live stream tonight. But every Wednesday,
Twitter
7:30.
handle's the same.
Yeah, Maraudery X. And yeah, so Wednesdays, 7:30 Eastern is the live streams. And then during the week, I'm uploading Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So fun times all around.
Woo.
But yeah, so yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you all have a fantastic week. Hopefully this helps get through we're at the halfway point. It's all downhill from here, so we could just roll downhill like Wesley and Buttercup, and hopefully not die before entering the fire swamp.
This year, 420 lands on a hump day.
420 hump! Hump! Sorry, I'm remembering like one of the first dates I ever went on. I was dating this girl in high school, and we went out with her. I went out with her and some of her friends, and her friend's boyfriend was driving, and she was just strange. She was sitting up front next to her boyfriend, and I was sitting in the back with my girlfriend, and we were driving through Hope Valley, and they have the speed humps signs, and she would just yell that every time she saw one, in like the most obnoxious voice, because she thought it was hilarious, because she was just imagining people humping very quickly. And so, like, every time I hear the word hump, that's instantly where my mind goes.
I'm sorry. That's just unfortunate.
Do I think I'll play Shining Force 3 again soon? I have no idea, honestly. I would love to, but I don't want it to be the only thing on my channel. I don't want to be kind of one-trick pony on it. I might start live streaming it. That way, just play through it as live stream.
I hear you, Seven.
Antagonistic incidental holiday alongside Valentine's. Shakes fisted calendar. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and it's, you know, we've hit the crescendo of the week. Not that this live stream was the crescendo, but it's all downhill from here, and hopefully everyone can get some rest and relaxation and enjoy the weekend and everything coming up. So, yeah. But we'll see you next week. So, till then,
take care. Wash your hands.
Stay safe.
Keep wearing a mask.
Bye. 12 at